A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Berlin. Welcome to our draw.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here with everyone. And hello, again, welcome to Berlin. This is my first time here, so I'm very excited. And 16 teams are set tonight in Berlin. We discover their pathways. The road to becoming champions starts now.
From the 4th of September to the 13th of September, the world's top teams will compete for the coveted trophy across two incredible venues here in Berlin, going head-to-head in 36 games for the chance to carve their names in history. Tonight, we will determine the groups and the path to the final phase.
Now, before we go any further, let us remind ourselves of the reason why we are all here. When I tell you, look at the chills.
That's goosebumps, huh?
Yeah, listen.
We're bold.
Without further ado, it's time to unveil the trophy, celebrating the journey, the champions, and the legacy it represents.
Sue Bird becomes the most successful female basketballer of all time at the World Championship. Incredible!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The USA are the champions.
Yeah, I want to be Sue when I grow
Yes.
up. Yeah, 1000%.
You wanted to be, I know.
Please welcome to the stage one of the all-time greats, FIBA Hall of Fame inductee of 2026 and World Cup ambassador, my girl, Sue Bird.
Together with the trophy.
Yes.
Sue Bird is with us. The trophy is here. Sue, a very warm welcome to Berlin. It's great to have you here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So maybe you can tell us something. Sue is one of the best point guards to ever grace the game and have represented the country of the United States in the World Cup multiple times. Is there any better feeling than wearing the jersey of the US?
No, especially for me, growing up, it wasn't like there was professional sports to look forward to as like a 13, 14-year-old. So wearing the USA jersey was my dream. So every time I put it on, it's a dream being realized. And actually, in 2002, the World Cup was the first time I made the senior national team. So the World Cup jersey has special meaning.
For sure.
Listen, your accolades are insane. 5 World Cups, 5 Olympic gold medals, 5 Women's EuroLeague titles, 4-time WNBA championship. The list goes on. What advice do you have for the next generation of young girls that want to play basketball?
Yeah, I think in today's world, different from when I was growing up, there's a lot of pressure to compare yourself. It's very easy to compare yourself online to other people, other players. I think what worked for me and where I got a lot of success is just being myself. Being myself as a person, but also being myself as a player. So I think for young people, it's really important to remember that.
Such an honor to be standing here next to you, I tell you.
And for the young people, it's so important to have a role model, and you are more than a role model, so it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Please give a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Sue Bird with us during the draw. Sue, I think you are ready.
I'm ready.
Brittany is ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Berlin, are you ready?
Yes. We are searching one world champion in September, and Berlin is such a wonderful city. I live here for nearly 20 years. We love Berlin, and we are so happy to have all the people from all over the world to be guests here in our city. And we are ready for the Women's World Cup. And also, our mayor is ready, Dr. Kai Wegner.
Members of the basketball community, a very warm welcome to Berlin. In the fall, Berlin will host the 2026 Women's Basketball World Cup. Today's ceremony is a preview of what's to come. Thank you to the FIBA Central Board for choosing our city. This was a good decision, and we will be great hosts for this championship. And I really like the slogan, "We own the game." It shows that this event will be more than a sports highlight. It also sends a strong message of female empowerment, equality, and social progress. That's what Berlin stands for: equality, diversity, and respect. By hosting the Women's Basketball World Cup 2026, Berlin is proving its relevance as a sports capital. We have many years of experience in organizing big international sports events, and we are known for a sustainable, efficient approach. Our outstanding sports and events infrastructure, public transit and hotels help make this possible. And most of all, Berliners love sports and welcome international events. This combination makes our city one of a kind. The Berlin feeling is unique. The recent Berlin Half Marathon is a great example. The mood was electric. The Berlin feeling is part of what makes Berlin Germany's basketball capital. We earned this title. Basketball plays a central role for many of our young people. I'm certain the Women's Basketball World Cup will put women's success in the spotlight, and it will inspire many girls, just like Berlin's own Sabali sisters. But now, I wish you all an exciting evening and a pleasant stay in Berlin for all our guests. See you in the fall at the Women's Basketball World Cup.
Berlin is ready. As our mayor said, Kai Wegner, thank you a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have two guests here on stage, and we're looking forward to talk about the FIBA Women's World Cup in Berlin. And these two guys can tell us more about the organization and what's going on. So it's our privilege to invite the FIBA Secretary General, Mr. Andreas Saglis, with us. Well, good evening.
Good evening.
And also the DBB President, Ingo Weiss, is here. Welcome.
Hello together.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Mr. Saglis, we all know the importance of the World Cup to the growth of women's game. Can you tell us the recent changes that have taken place on the road to Berlin?
Well, good evening. Very glad to feel the Berlin feeling, as the governing mayor said. This FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup is a step into a new era. And that is the case, not because we say it, but because we are playing on the most expanded ever landscape. We just finished qualifiers with 24 teams. That had never happened before. We will play with 16 teams. We had played before with 16 teams. But you know the feeling, when we talk about the growth of sport, you know, you remember when you are a kid and you come back from the summer holidays, you're ready to school, and then try your pants on and they don't fit. So women's basketball has grown. It's not that young, but it has grown. It has grown a lot. 12 teams do not fit the quality that we have. 16 teams represents barely, I would say, still barely, and we're looking to the future, represents what we believe is today's standards for our women's game. Therefore, after starting 3 years, essentially, the longest ever road to a Women's World Cup, having the brand identity that you see around you 2 years in advance, with qualifiers right after the Paris Olympics, we had one thing in mind, and for FIBA in 2026, there is one thing in mind, the Women's World Cup.
Listen, making so much history, and it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. So congrats on everything that's been going on. The popularity of the women's game is at an all-time high, and this was evident with the recent World Cup qualifying tournaments. With that in mind, how do these changes demonstrate FIBA's commitment to elevating women's basketball even further?
Well, I think that the popularity is a correlation of the quality on the court and the level of entertainment you provide. I'm sure coming to Berlin, we already see and we will hear from our hosts how successful the ticket sales already are. But what I want to convey is, in the past, we were looking at top quality games in the semifinals, maybe quarterfinals. Now, from the first group game, we'll have very high quality. We saw it in the qualifiers. We saw high scoring games. We saw so many games going to the wire. In my opinion, this is the perfect indoor family entertainment product. And I really want to invite families around Berlin, Europe, and the world to join us for the women's flagship basketball event.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as I know, as a German, we both know that Germany is so proud to be host of this fantastic event in September. Ingo, the last time is now 28 years ago in 1998. That was the last time the German team took part in the Women's World Cup. In this time, we have a great evolution in basketball, especially in the last years. But basketball was in the 90s so popular, and it is now more popular. All the children are playing. It's fantastic to see. What is your opinion about the evolution in basketball in the last years and for the future as well in Germany?
For me, it's really, I'm very, very happy that we are the host of the FIBA World Cup. So thank you very much to the FIBA. But 1998, it was great. But then we think, oh, we must do something with youth. We must do something with our coaches. And we must do something with our women basketball. And then slowly, slowly, we growing up and growing up. But then we are winning medals in Europe. We are winning European Championship with our girls. We are winning the gold medal. We are winning the silver medal. We are going to the World Cup for under 19 women, also with Niara Sabali. And this was really great. And then we say, now it's time to go to the city of Berlin, the great sport metropole in Germany, and say, please, let us doing together and let us work together for a World Cup. And then we are now here, and then now we will host in September the World Cup. And I'm sure it will be a great event. And I'm very happy that Ms. Spranger, the senator, do everything that we make a really, really good event.
We will do that together, for sure. Because we also are proud to have the world in Berlin as guests, for sure. What do you think? What can the fans, the teams, the players, all are coming to Berlin in September, maybe in the end of August. What can they expect here in Berlin?
Exactly what we have in this day. Sunny and good games, of course. Yes. And we will have...
In Berlin always shines the sun, eh?
When FIBA is coming, yes. But exactly what our General Secretary say, and this is, I think, important for us, the fans must be fast. Yeah. Because I can tell you that we have, at our final games and semi-final games, maybe we are close to sold out. Yeah. We have 92% of the tickets sold. And this on 2 days, in this moment now, before we make the draw, this makes me and makes FIBA, I think, very proud that we have it. And Mr. Wegner, thank you very much to the city of Berlin, because a lot of people are coming to Berlin, and we have sold the tickets over 51 nations. So all over the world we sold tickets. And now we are looking for the draw, and I hope we get some good results for the draw for everybody, and then we sell more tickets and have more spectators in the arenas.
So we have a promise from Ingo Weiss. The sun is shining and the arenas are full. Yes. Right, yeah? Ingo, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much.
What I can do, we will do our very best.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, well, we now have a special message from the German Minister of Sport.
Dear Mr. President, dear Mr. Secretary General, dear Central Board members, dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Germany. In 135 days, the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup will kick off right here in Berlin. Today marks an important milestone. Today we will find out which groups the qualified nations will compete in. We are eagerly anticipating the event. Berlin is ready, Germany is ready. Following the 2022 Men's Eurobasket and the 2025 Women's Eurobasket, we will once again host international basketball. The world's best women's teams will thrill the spectators. We look forward to top athletic performances, to exciting games, to a great atmosphere in the arenas. Supporting the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup is of great importance for the federal government. It is part of our commitment to promoting women's sports. We need more visibility, more attention, more equality. That is why we host major women's sporting events in Germany, such as the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World. I'm confident that Germany will once again prove itself to be a professional, enthusiastic, and reliable host. And we will demonstrate that we are ready for our major goal, hosting the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Germany. We look forward to an international celebration of basketball this September in Berlin. Then we will all be cheering on the teams from around the world together. Thank you.
Dr. Christiane Schenderlein, thank you a lot. Yeah, we in Germany, we love basketball, we love playing basketball, we love watching basketball, cheering for the teams, all that. But I hope all of you and we as well are ready for the next part. I don't know, we will see. We try to test our knowledge with the audience together about the World Cup. Are you ready for that?
Oh, geez. Okay, see, I've never really been good at testing.
Okay.
But I think we have a helping hand with that. Actually, I think we have a paw.
Wow, cute.
Berlina got some moves. I need to take a class with her. Okay. Now, Berlina might not be able to be here with us today on stage, but she will be keeping us honest as we put each other and all of you to the test, with the answers coming up on the big screen.
Yeah, so look like Berlina is confident. I'm not sure if I can say this for myself, but I think we will start with an easy question. I hope everyone can answer this at home, in the offices all over the world, wherever you're watching us, and for sure here in the audience. So let's start with the easy one. How many game venues do we have in Berlin?
Okay, this is where I'm gonna embarrass myself. Okay.
Maybe you can help us a little bit. How much?
Let's say 3. I like 3.
Oh no, come on. The answer has Berlina. And the answer for sure is 2 arenas, wonderful arenas here in Berlin, the Berlin Arena and the Max-Schmeling-Halle, both venues with a big basketball tradition here in our city.
I was confident 2 seconds ago. I was confident. Okay.
All right.
All right, so audience, now it's your turn, okay? You ready? Can you tell me how many groups in total we have? Don't all speak at once now.
Okay. The FIBA secretary knows that, I know.
Okay, I see 4.
Yeah, the
okay.
German Federation president as well. Okay, we have the answer for sure. Berlina has the answer. 4 groups, this is correct.
Okay.
Wonderful. 16 teams will be competing across 4 different groups. And I have a question. This is interesting for all the teams, for the players for sure, for the coaches. So how many teams will progress from each of those groups.
Okay, I had it in my head, but not anymore.
But we have an answer in the audience. Some people are thinking about that.
They just can't, Berlina.
Yes,
Yeah.
the answer. Berlina, please. 3 teams.
That was my 3. You see
The
that?
bear has spoken, as you see. So, the group winners will go through for sure, while the third place teams will play against the second place teams in the qualifier round. And then the winners of those qualifiers will play against the first place teams in the quarterfinals. That's the point when we have the 8 best teams in the world here in the second part of the championship.
Okay, and final question. No pressure, okay? Including the final weekend, how many games in total will be played across the entire World Cup?
We said it already.
Am I-
Oh, I hear 50 over there.
Okay.
That's a wild one.
You know what? I think I got this one. Is it? Oh, 46.
46. What does Berliner say? Berliner says 36 games, as we said at the beginning of our show. But I think 36 wonderful and hopefully great games here in this city, if you dare, or just trust the bear.
Exactly, and I need to study a little bit more, but it's okay though. Okay, thank you, Berlina, for getting me right and all clear. I hope to everybody else, thank you so much for everyone's answers. I appreciate it so much. In fact, those watching at home, you can head to the website for much more information, and on the tournament itself, even snap up some tickets before they all go because they will be going really fast, okay?
As Ingo Weiss said a few minutes
Exactly,
before.
92%.
Yes.
Okay, all right. It's now time to welcome a very special guest who will help us draw the groups.
She's one of the best players all time in women's basketball. Jackson. Tricks. Here's Jackson from 3! Just throws it up, and Lauren Jackson. What a career by Lauren Jackson.
Go on, Lauren Jackson, you are the queen of basketball, and we love it.
We are honored to welcome to the stage a true icon, 2006 World Cup champion, Lauren Jackson.
Lauren, welcome. Good
Lauren,
to see you.
thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, so you were the event ambassador for the last World Cup in Sydney before making an incredible return to the game, wearing the green and gold in Sydney one last time. How did it feel to step out onto the World Cup court again, especially on home soil?
I mean, it was a dream come true. I never anticipated that I'd play again at that level. So to be doing it at home in front of my 2 little boys as well, it was a really special time. So very fortunate. Yeah, it was amazing.
Your remarkable international career spanned 3 decades, so you're positioned to elevate the progress of the women's game in the last 10 to 15 years. Which aspects stand out the most in your eyes?
I think the professionalism of women's basketball is definitely lifted. I think the resources that are being put into the women's game and demanded, by the athletes, by the governing bodies, by FIBA, has definitely raised the bar. And it's an amazing time to be, especially a young girl, who wants to represent their country and play basketball because the possibilities really are endless, and it's a magic time.
No, 1,000%. Thinking back at your World Cup title in 2006, what would you say is the main ingredient a championship team needs to have, and what does it take to win this trophy?
I'm going to steal this off my mate Sue Bird, but she years ago said that it actually, the stars have to align, and they really do. You've got to have the right chemistry, you've got to make sure you're not get injured. There's not a lot of time to prepare for a World Cup, any team, any country, because there's just so much happening. So the stars really have to align, and yeah, you can feel it happening.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you, Lauren, for being here. And we will now be joined on stage by two more special guests to help us draw the team members.
Two more persons here on stage, ladies and gentlemen. Two persons from Berlin. They stand for a successful sport in Germany. She is the German break dance champion, and he is a handball legend in our country, and we are so happy to have them here. Please welcome Jilu and Stefan Kretschmer. Welcome. Welcome, both of you, here in our city, here in Berlin, to talk about basketball, not about breakdance or handball, but we are so happy to have you in the team later on for the draw. But first of all, what do you think about Berlin as a host city here for the World Cup? I said we are very proud. What do you think about great sports in Berlin?
Berlin is perfect. It's my chosen hometown. It's one of the most diverse city, and I've seen a lot of cities in the world, so yeah, it's perfect.
Stefan, a World Cup is always very special. You played a World Cup in handball 5 times, I think. Now we have the Women's Basketball World Cup here in Berlin. What do you think about our host city? These two arenas, you know them very well.
Berlin is a crazy city, especially when it comes to sports, especially when it comes to team sport. So it's known for open-minded mentality. They will welcome everybody. Of course, they will cheer for the Germans, but also will follow the other teams, and that is really nice of this city. So we had a World Championship in 2019 in Berlin. The arenas were sold out, and the crowd was really cheering us up, helped us as a team, and it's an amazing city to host sport.
So we have the whole world, hopefully the basketball world, as guests here in Berlin. Maybe you have a tip or something like that. When the fans come to Berlin, what is very, very special to see? What is a must-see place here in the city?
I would say, as we said, Berlin is so diverse, and something that I personally really like is all the little street art. So I would say keep your eyes open. In every little corner you can find something that really characterizes the city.
What do you think about that? What are the special places?
I'm the wrong guy to ask that question because we're talking about athletes and what advice that I would give to sports.
But you're a former athlete.
I was a former athlete, but not the best role model in that case. So my advice is I will tell them later on, not now at stake.
So you'll find Stefan Kretschmer maybe on Instagram, so don't hesitate to have
I'm
a quiz.
always open to advices, but we do it then.
That's good to know. Okay, I will ask you later on, maybe for myself. So it's great to have you. Thank you a lot. And now we are just before the draw. Let's tip the final proceedings off with a quick explanation video.
Sixteen teams will take part in the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2026. The Women's World Cup host, Germany. The 4 continental champions, Australia, Belgium, Nigeria, and USA. The 11 teams that secured their spot from the recent qualifying tournaments. The 16 teams will be distributed in 4 groups of 4 teams each. For today's draw, the 16 teams have been divided in 4 pots, based on the FIBA Women's World Ranking presented by Nike. Each pot will feed 1 team per group. Teams will be drawn starting from pot 1 and will be allocated to one of the groups. Each team will also be drawn a competition number from 1 to 4, defining its position in the group. The following restrictions will apply. In order to preserve geographical balance, in each group there can be a maximum of 2 European teams and a maximum of 1 team from Africa, from the Americas, and from Asia and Oceania, respectively. And finally, in pot 1, the host Germany will be drawn in Group A. All other teams will be allocated to their group, based on a straight draw in accordance with the draw principles. For each team drawn, the draw software will display the available groups, and the team will be allocated to the first group in alphabetical order.
Okay, now everything is clear, I hope, after this video, and we are ready to start the draw. To lead the proceedings, we welcome on stage here Mr. Fabian Hoppe-Fiebers, Head of Competitions. Fabian, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
Yes, please.
Good evening, Matthias. Good evening, Brittany.
Yes, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Before Matthias and I leave the stage, please tell us, why do we always need those draw principles that are built, that are a bit technical and complicated?
That's a very good question, and I think everybody is always saying that the draw principles are quite complicated. The reason is that we want to distribute the teams of same quality across all the groups. The idea is to create groups of similar level or quality to avoid to have all best team in one group, for example. As well, in order to distribute the team from the different regions, we want to avoid as well that there is teams from Asia, Oceania, all in the same group, or one full group with Europeans. And finally, we draw the competition number in order to create the pairings and the schedule of the competition. Hope it's clear.
I think so. That was a good explanation.
Are there any questions here in Berlin? No, but I think we will see that now it's official and we start the draw. And let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, at the teams in pot number 1.
Oh, what a finish! Incredible!
Janelle Stallone wide open! Get out of here, folks! Nice pass inside, but rejected. Deep 3 ball.
From deep, and it's good. Clark gets the tackle and goes coast to coast.
Okay, so now I think we are set to start the draw. So, Lauren, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Gilou, Stéphane, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So, Lauren, you can start the draw, please.
France.
So, France will be allocated to the group B.
Taking the court for their 7th edition in a row, this will be France's 12th appearance overall.
And with the competition number?
Number 4.
Number 4. Lauren, you can continue.
Australia.
Australia will be allocated to the group C.
Australia finished in 3rd place as 2022 hosts. It will be their 7th World Cup appearance.
2. With competition number 2. Lauren?
Germany.
Germany, the host, will be allocated to the group A.
This will be Germany's 2nd ever appearance at the event as the host nation, last playing on the global stage in 1998.
3.
With competition number 3. And Lauren with the last team from pot 1.
USA.
So USA will be allocated to the last group available, which is Group D.
The USA, the reigning champions, will be trying to land their 12th title in Berlin and make it 5 in a row.
1.
With the competition number 1. So now we are done with the pot 1, and let's have a look of the team from pot 2.
Nice little pocket pass. Great finish.
Count that! This is what it's all about. This is incredible. Some sort of finish.
Stops, pops, fills it up.
Let's get this party started.
Oh my gosh, the block. Kalu. Oh, Kalu.
Martine spots up for 3, making it rain from deep. Steals it and goes coast to coast with the off the glass bucket.
Basketball fans, fasten your seatbelts.
So now we are ready to start drawing pot 2. So Lorraine.
Spain.
Spain will be allocated to the first group available, which will be in the Group A.
After missing out in 2022, it's now an 8th appearance and 9 additions for Spain.
Two.
With competition number 2. Lorraine, please.
Belgium.
So Belgium will be allocated to the first group available, which is Group C.
The FIBA Women's Eurobasket champions, Belgium, have made it to 3 editions now in a row.
1.
With the competition number 1. We continue. Lauren, please.
China.
So China will be allocated to the Group D.
Reaching the title game in Sydney in 2022, this will be China's 12th World Cup appearance.
4.
With the competition number 4 and the last team from pot 2, Lauren, please.
Nigeria.
Nigeria will be allocated to the Group B.
Nigeria previously featured in the 2018 edition, where they reached the quarterfinals.
Number 3.
With the competition number 3. So now we are done with pot 2. We are halfway. So let's have a look of teams from pot 3.
What a rejection.
Pulls up from 3 with a player in her face.
You might want to check your heart rate, folks. Wow. He just feels so confident. He gets in and gets the layup. Winning time.
Open 3 is good.
High arcing 3.
A nice pass into Tyra Melendez.
It's all one big basketball family, folks.
So Lauren, now we can start with the pot 3, please.
Italy.
Italy will be allocated to the group D.
Italy makes their return for the first edition since 1994. It's their 6th appearance overall.
3.
With competition number 3. Lauren, please.
Japan.
So Japan will be allocated to the group A.
This will be Japan's 15th appearance in the competition and their 9th in the past 10 editions.
One.
With the competition number 1, Lauren.
Korea.
So Korea will be allocated to group B.
Korea continues their impressive streak of consecutive World Cup appearances by extending that run to 18 editions.
Number 2.
With the competition number 2, finally the last team from pot 3. Lauren.
Puerto Rico.
And Puerto Rico will be allocated to the group C.
Puerto Rico only debuted in 2018, but have now made it 3 editions in a row.
3.
With competition number 3. So now only one pot remaining. Let's have a look at the team from pot 4.
Chikova found a way. Oh my! And gets it to go. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! High arcing 3. Data spinning, left hand, right hand. Nice work from her. Wow, he just feels so confident. She gets in and gets the layup. Berg spins, turns, and scores. Winning time.
Let's go for the last spot, Lauren.
Hungary.
Hungary will be allocated to the group B.
Back after a 28-year absence from the competition, this will be Hungary's 6th appearance at the World Cup.
1.
With competition number 1. Lauren, please.
Turkey.
So Turkey will be allocated to the group C.
Turkey making their debut in 2014 as hosts. This will be Turkey's 3rd World Cup appearance.
4.
With competition number 4, Lauren.
Mali.
Mali will be allocated to the group A.
Mali will appear for their 3rd edition. They have made it back-to-back appearances after featuring in 2022.
4.
With competition number 4, and then the last team to be drawn for this draw today, Lauren.
Czechia.
Czechia will be allocated to the group D.
This will be Czechia's 4th edition, having reached the final in 2010.
Number 2.
With the number 2. So this concludes the draw for today. Thanks a lot, Lauren. Thanks a lot, Gilou. Thanks a lot, Stéphane. Let me do a quick recap of the different groups. In Group A, you will have Japan, Spain, Germany, and Mali. In Group B, you will have Hungary, Korea, Nigeria, and France. In Group C, you will have Belgium, Australia, Puerto Rico, Turkey. And then in Group D, we'll have USA, Czechia, Italy, and China.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a draw. Thank you so much.
Okay, and that brings an end to this evening's World Cup draw. We are now one step closer to tip-off. Thank you for joining us in Berlin. Thank you to my co-host Matthias, and thank you so much, Fabian.
Pleasure.
Thank you to all of you here in the audience. Thank you to our special guests here on stage, Lou, Stefan, and Lauren. Great to have you here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2026. We will see you on the 4th of September, which is said to be another incredible event for women's basketball and the history books. And this is important. Don't forget.
We own the game.